everyone, my name is Angelea. I work here at Westminster, and today we are going to talk about one of my favorite stories, which is Jesus washes the feet of his disciples. And it's really cool because Jesus was literally the best human ever, and yet he is humble and giving enough to wash his disciples' feet, which was not something that was very common for people who were really important to do. So let's get started. It was just before the Passover festival. Jesus knew that soon he would have to leave his disciples and go to be with God. Jesus loved his friends, and they had been traveling together for a long time. I wonder what it's like to love your friends. What do you think it's like to love your friends? How do you love your friends? Maybe talk to your parents about that. Kind of talk about it. Pause the video if you want, and then come back to it. One night, they gathered for a special meal. Everyone was tired and hungry. They all sat at the table. They wondered who was going to wash their feet. After walking along hot, dusty roads, their feet were sweaty and dirty. Jesus got up from the table and wrapped a towel around his waist, as a servant would have done. He poured some water into a bowl and began to wash one of his friend's feet. Then he dried them off with a towel. The disciples looked at Jesus and looked at each other. They were shocked. Only the lowest servants in the household washed the feet of guests. They could not believe that Jesus was washing their feet like a servant. What do you think it would feel like to have your feet washed after a really long day, walking around almost barefoot? It'd be pretty nice, huh? One by one, Jesus washed each of the disciples' feet. Then it was Peter's turn. Peter looked at him and said, "Jesus, are you really going to wash my feet?" "You don't understand what I'm doing," Jesus answered. "I'm teaching you something very important." What lesson do you think Jesus is trying to teach his friends here? We'll talk about that for a minute, and then we'll start the video. "I can't let you wash my feet," protested Peter. "They're so dirty. This is a job for a servant." "Peter, if you don't let me wash your feet, you can't follow me," replied Jesus. So Peter let Jesus wash his feet. I think he made a good choice there. Jesus finished washing everyone's feet. He explained that he wanted to teach them an important lesson about friendship. "No one is better than anyone else," explained Jesus. "If I can serve you, then you can serve each other. Follow me and do what I do." All right, that's the end of our lesson.